high are your expectations for Sam Darnold and the Vikings?
Very high. I have said all offseason that I think the Vikings could go to the playoffs with Sam Darnold. It was the best place for any rookie quarterback to go to and be attached to. And I thought that Sam was in like a perfect place if he was going to be the starter. And I think this is accurate that even after they drafted JJ, Sam was still on track to be the starting quarterback. I think their defense is going to be much improved under Brian Flores if they can get some good cornerback play. I think Sam's journey of going to San Francisco last year and really learning how important the efficiency of his lower body is and timing and whatnot. He's super, super, super talented. He's always been super talented. He's just been in dog crap situations. Minnesota's got a good offensive line. They got one of the best game plan people and game callers in the NFL. They got two really good receivers, one guy being one of the best in the NFL. I think they got a dynamic back. Hawkinson's going to come off injury. I absolutely think that Sam Darnold is good enough to have the Vikings as a playoff football team.
I feel like Mina's kind of laughing at you, low-key.
Yeah, we are laughing at him. We're both laughing at him.
Mina's on my squad.
No, I feel like she's laughing.
Listen. At some point in time, your resume has to matter. Now, we saw him complete 14 of his 15 passes from a clean pocket last week. We get all of that. That was against the New York Giants. Let's see how he's going to look this Sunday when Nick Bosa and the crew are coming his way. Okay, so Don't expect the same results because it ain't going to happen. So let's get that out the way first. Secondly, yeah, I get your point about Justin Jefferson and him having him as a weapon there, and I get that part. But I got to see it to believe it. He's been in the league for 7 years, and what you describe him as being, I haven't seen much of from him when he's been in the lineup. So I damn sure am not going to assume we're going to see that from him now.
He played on terrible teams in terrible situations.
All right. There is such a thing. You know what, Dan? If you're around some people with a cold enough, you're going to get one. If you're around some people with a damn virus, you're going to get it. You're going to catch it. You understand what I'm saying?
What if you
Contamination. You ever heard of that word? You ever heard of that word, Dan? It's actually in the dictionary, right? Do I need to spell it for you? It happens. When you get around certain situations, ultimately you become a byproduct of that. That's what I am saying of Sam Darnold. I'm telling you, you're very hopeful, and I can appreciate that. But you sitting up there talking to us like we're supposed to expect a high level of production from this brother. I'm not doing that. I got to see it to believe it. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Mina.
I'm going to start confessing something, which is Dan and I, we have an addiction. It's to the belief that Sam Darnold can still be a good quarterback in the NFL, and we relapsed heavily on Monday. We were texting each other, the corner route to Jefferson, some of those throws he was hitting. That arm talent is just undeniable. So that said, I do believe this offense can reach high highs with Darnold, and we saw that certainly against, subpar competition. I also think, Dan, there will be lows. The reason why, though, I end up actually agreeing with you that this team could be a wild card team is everything else. The infrastructure is unbelievable. I would argue the combination of Kevin O'Connell on offense and Brian Flores on defense is up there with any coaching staff in the entire NFL, if you're considering both sides of the ball. Brian Flores had this defense playing at like a top 12 level despite major talent issues last year. Now they've added some talent, including a first-round draft pick, Dallas Turner, up front. I think this defense can be good enough so that you can ride some of the roller coaster with Sam Darnold, and the offense will hit very high highs. That said, this segment is probably not going to look good this weekend when San Francisco beats them down. It is a long-term take, and it is one that I think we're going to have to see play out over the course of the season. Okay. I wouldn't put them with like the Niners and the Lions in the NFC, but I do think that they're a wild card team.
All right.